Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Colin Hanks, your moderator. Welcome everyone to this session of OAUG e-learning, Collaborate 17 preview. Before we get started, I would like to go over a couple housekeeping items. You will be on mute throughout this presentation. If you would like to ask a question, please type it into the questions box in your control panel at any time. Once the presentation has concluded, I will read the questions back so the presenter can respond. We are recording this session. It will be available on the OAUG website within the next 24 hours. Now I'd like to introduce Karen Brownfield. Karen, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Colin. How about you?
Doing wonderful.
Okay.
It's all you.
Yeah, I'm Karen Brownfield. I am currently serving on the board of OAUG. I've been involved with OAUG for over 25 years. This year, my role with the conference will actually be covered in some of the later slides. I am substituting for our president, Lisa Johnson, and so we'll talk a little bit about Collaborate. Let's do the overview. We're going to talk about just an overview of Collaborate, talk about the learning, the networking, the ability to find solutions, where you can stay, how to enjoy Las Vegas, how do you not enjoy Las Vegas, and then we're going to be talking about registration and how to get the discounts, which if you're an OAUG member, you're entitled to, and especially if you go ahead and register now as our early bird registration. Next. Next slide, please. Okay, so just a brief overview of Collaborate. Collaborate is the technology and applications forum for the Oracle community. It is comprised of the three major user groups for the application, for PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, eBusiness Suite, and the cloud, as well as the technology user group, and it provides the best place where users can learn from other users about how to use this application that you've invested so much of your company's resources in. Because the companies that have played Bet Your Company on the use of these applications need to know how to maximize that investment and also how to meet other people that are using the application so that after you go home and you have a question, you can go, you know, I met that person that Collaborate. Let me shoot them an email, a text, a tweet, whatever your preferred method of communication is, and you can connect back with that person and get answers to some of these questions. Collaborate is going to be held April 2nd to the 6th. That starts on a Sunday afternoon and goes through Thursday, 2017. The convention will be held at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. They have a very nice conference center there. And if you want to learn more about it, you can go to collaborate.oaug.org. Next. And yes, Collaborate. Back up just one tiny little bit. One slide back. You hit down twice. Thank you. Collaborate attendees. In today's world, it isn't about just running here in the U.S. It's about running your company globally. And as part of that, you can meet attendees from more than 44 countries that will be attending the show and will be coming to learn about how to run it in their country, and we'll be more than glad to talk to you. If you're running in a different country, it is just really awesome to have a contact over there that you can call. I know that through Collaborate, that my list of contacts spans those 44 countries, and it has made my life significantly easier if I'm doing business in those countries to have someone who lives there to bounce questions off of. Next. And Collaborate will cover all of the products. The OAUG portion of Collaborate, of course, is going to focus on eBusiness Suite, but we also have presentations on Primavera, Hyperion, Fusion, and or Cloud, depending on how long you've been dealing with it, Endeca, which is now actually part of eBusiness Suite, the Oracle CRM on demand. And if you look at eBusiness Suite, you have to remember that while that looks like it covers the majority of the conference, you're talking about one label that covers over 200 products. So if we were to take that and break that down into each of the individual products, you would see the breadth and the depth of the coverage that the Collaborate conference will bring you. Next. Collaborate attendee job titles. Not only do you get to talk to people that are using the applications, you get to talk to these people at all levels. There'll be the analysts, the systems analysts, the ones that support your system, the ones that may be tasked with writing or reformatting that report. You'll be talking with the director of IS and IT. How do you plan ahead? What are the IT directors looking at now as cloud is part of the environment and coexistence is a reality? So you get to talk to other people and learn from them and their experiences. Obviously, there's consultants. I'm one of those consultants. We travel around helping other companies make the best use of their applications, and for doing this, we're willing to share those experiences and save you some time in your own application. The applications manager and the admins, the engineers, the people that maintain and set up the applications, so that if you're looking at adding something to your existing applications, you can talk to these folks and cut down on your implementation time. There's the C-level executive management, the CEO, CIO, CFO, the VPs. Again, this is back to strategy. What are leading companies doing with their applications now? What are they looking at implementing next? What auxiliary products are they looking to add? Are they going cloud? Are they going coexistence? Are they adding Primavera? What are they doing to make the best of their applications? The developers, the programmers, the financial analysts, and there's always the end user, the person who day to day has heads down into the application and says, hey, do you know that if you just change this one little thing, life gets better? These are the type of people that not only can you meet at the conference, but take home those contacts and then later get together with them via whatever your choice of media is, or come back and see them again at next year's Collaborate. Next. The agenda at a glance. As we said earlier, the agenda starts on Sunday and goes through Thursday. The major things that we're going to be doing, starting Sunday morning, we'll be having some extra, some Lanyap, some OAUG Training Day workshops. You go out to the website and look at which workshops are being offered. And if it fits something that you're looking at doing, perhaps an upgrade, perhaps a new product, these are an excellent opportunity to learn from experts on how to make this easier for your company. Then we start with the education sessions. At the end of day one, we're having a meeting of the members. This is an excellent opportunity for you to meet your OAUG board, for you to find out what OAUG is working on to make life easier for you, the members, because that's what OAUG exists for, is the betterment of our member companies. And following that, we're having a party, an OAUG party, that's just for the OAUG attendees. It's going to be a lot of fun. On day two, we start out early with education sessions, including on day two is the presentation by Cliff Godwin about the general directions of eBusiness Suite. We're having a Women in Technology lunch, more education sessions, and that night the Exhibitor Showcase opens. So you'll get an opportunity to walk around, have a drink, little snacks here and there, walk around with your friends, your fellow company members, talk to the exhibitors, find out who's there. Go down to the Oracle portion of the showcase. If you've heard something already on day two that's like, wow, Oracle's come out with a new product, I need to go look at this, the Exhibitor Showcase will have a place where you can go down and talk to the Oracle people on this. Day three, the Exhibitor Showcase remains open, along with coexistence of the education sessions. And then again on that night, we will have another Exhibitor Showcase reception, where again, you can go in and talk to the exhibitors about things that you learned on day 3. Day 4, which is Wednesday, is the last day that the Exhibitor Showcase is open. So if you do have questions, make sure that sometime between day 3 and day 4 that you do visit the Exhibitor Showcase. We also have our education sessions, and then of course that night is the party, and we all get to go out and have a good time, celebrate our new friends and our new knowledge. On day 5, we wrap up with the last of our education sessions, and then we wave goodbye to each other until the next year. Next. Okay, so what can you learn? We had the diagram a little earlier about what all the education was and what products it covered, and I mentioned that a large part of it was e-business suite. Well, again, there's over 200 products, so there's a lot of information to cover. We're going to talk about upgrades, the architecture, big data, cloud computing, asset life management, CRM, the database, development tools and strategy. You see the whole list there. I'm not going to read the whole list, but pretty much if you're using the product, somewhere someone is talking about it. And while it's not really covered or mentioned here, for those companies that are faced this year with figuring out what to do about revenue recognition, you'll be pleased to know that there's about 8 sessions on revenue recognition from both the cloud solution to companies talking about how, if you're using Oracle projects, you can meet the needs with an e-business suite, to companies like PwC and Grant Thornton. We're going to talk about the regulations and allow you to answer questions. So this is a very important topic for all companies this year. To collaborate is a really good place and to come and learn more about this. You see we're covering Primavera, EPM, and Hyperion. We have an international program. This will focus, as we'll talk about a little later, on topics of interest to a variety of countries and pieces of the application that are applicable only to that country. Next. Power hours. A couple of years ago, we started this topic called Power Hours, where this is an opportunity on a selected topic to meet with people that have been dealing extensively with that topic in more of a small group setting. It's meant to kick off, introduce the experts, find out or maybe introduce the topics that are going to be talked about, and then generally break down into tables, sort of like the Meet the Experts you can do with Oracle, and talk about that in depth with people that live and breathe that topic. The topics we're going to be talking about at this year's Collaborate is managing the reconciliation and manufacturing and distribution organizations, talking about EB tax. Tax is always an issue regardless of where you are. Our tax experts that are leading that are not simply U.S. based. They do extensive work outside of the U.S. So if you have questions about tax, whether in the U.S. or in countries outside of the U.S., bring them to that session and meet the people that deal with this on a daily basis. We're going to talk about global ERP implementations and lessons learned, focusing on the critical success factors. Talk about revenue recognition. Again, this is an opportunity. Seamus Moran, who's in charge of the product for the Oracle Cloud, is going to be there. PwC is going to be leading the session and talk about, from an auditor standpoint, the things that some of the auditors are looking for, as well as in their experience, where they feel that people are looking at this product, because the new rules go into effect January 1, 2018, or the first day of your fiscal year thereafter. We're going to be talking about leveraging your eBusiness Suite 12 investment. You've put a lot of money into this. Oracle puts a lot of money into improving the applications. Are you taking advantage of the new features? Do you even know about the new features of the new products? And then we're going to have a power hour on understanding TCA and the new master data repository, the customers, the suppliers, the products, the items, the objects that drive all of your applications, and how do you manage that? How do you get the most out of it? Because we all do data in. How do you get information out? Next. And our exploration series. This actually started back in our conference in Orlando, so it's been going on for several years now. And this is presenters' work to cover a topic from end to end over several sessions on one day. In the past, we have taken a transaction from birth to death. Last year, we talked about approvals. Last year, we also talked about some of the various master structures, the inventory orgs, the legal entities, the sets of books, went over that extensively. This year, instead of taking a transaction from birth to death, we are going to focus again on how getting the most out of your existing investment, or introducing you maybe to a module you haven't thought about. So, for example, in our Procure to Pay, we're going to talk about iSupplier and sourcing and services procurement, shared services, invoices, and payments, ACH. How do you optimize the payment, and how do you do cash reconciliation? It's still sort of a birth to death of a process, but we won't all be following the same transaction. We'll be touching on specialty topics. For order to cash, we're focusing on the automated lockbox, the advanced collections, funds capture, the channel revenue management, and the CPU cloud, more of the tail end of the process. And then the record to report, again, on reconciliation. Everybody has to close their books. Everybody has to prove the books are true. Intercompany, XML reporting, and the Hyperion tax provision. Next. Our international program. This actually came out of the international committee, who works with the heads of the Oracle user programs outside of the U.S. And last year we did this. It was very successful. OAUG came in and provided us some European speakers. Cliff Godwin spoke to the group. And we had on Monday night a special area in the exhibition hall where those from other countries, or those in the U.S. who do business in other countries and want to, again, establish those relationships, could get together and talk. This year we're going to be doing 7 presentations on certain considerations covering not only just Europe this year, but Japan, Latin America, and India. And we will, again, have an Oracle leader. It won't be Cliff, but we will have a well-known Oracle leader speaking on globalization. What does it mean to operate in a global economy, and how do you do all of that regardless of where your company is located or in how many countries your company is located? We will be repeating the international reception within the Monday welcome reception. So if you're interested in meeting those people from other countries, then look for that area in the welcome reception and take advantage of this opportunity to network and take home those valuable contacts. Next.
Thank you, Karen. Now I'd like to introduce Erin Dupree, our OAUG Education Manager. She's going to talk about how to build your agenda, our keynote speaker, and more.
Thank you, Karen, for that great information. We've heard about some wonderful educational content, and I want to talk to you for a few minutes about how to get further details. Use our Agenda Builder and Networking app to find your most relevant content using the session search. You start at collaborate.oaug.org/education. There are several ways to search. You can filter sessions by track, category, product line, industry, session type, or simply use the keyword search. You could also search by speakers. We also encourage you to create a quick profile to plan your week. And if you have a profile from last year, sign in with your email address and the default password of collab17. If you're new, just sign up with a password of your choosing. Make sure to save your agenda, export it, and share with colleagues. And if approval is needed to attend, this is a great way to show your manager the value of attending Collaborate. You can export your schedule and show that to management. The mobile app will be launched in February, so at the conference you can manage your schedule from your smartphone. And I want to emphasize the importance of the mobile app because we will not have a printed piece. So again, go to the agenda, search, build your agenda. This is a wonderful app here that we have. And you'll find that we have so many sessions that we recommend bringing a colleague so that you can kind of split up and in each partake in all of the wonderful education that we have. Next slide. So next I want to talk about CPE credits. That is continuing professional education credits. They are offered for sessions in the financial track and select sessions in the enterprise performance management business intelligence track. Make sure that you fill out your evaluation post-session and scan into the session to ensure that you get your credit for CPEs. Next slide. So online access to all session materials is available for 4 weeks post-conference. You can download session materials via the app and make sure and pick up your flash drive while at the conference at Meeting of the Members on Sunday or in the membership booth in the exhibit hall. That will have all of the OAUG session materials preloaded. And again, materials will be available in the conference paper database for OAUG members following that 4 weeks that they are available through the app. Next slide. So our Collaborate 17 keynote, we have Jen Lim, who is the CEO and CHO, Chief Happiness Officer of Delivering Happiness. Delivering Happiness is a company Jen Lim and Tony Shea, CEO of Zappos.com, co-founded to inspire science-based happiness, passion, and purpose at work, home, and in everyday life. You can learn how companies with a higher sense of purpose outperform others. 15 years of research shows that happiness increases every positive business outcome. And then we will be announcing the Oracle Keynote and IBM Keynote at a later date. That's to come soon. Next slide, please. So next I want to talk to you about the OAUG Training Day workshops. These all take place Sunday, April 2nd. We have half-day sessions, which are $195, and the full-day sessions are $395. You'll simply, when you register for Collaborate, you will register at that time for your workshop. The half-day sessions from 9 to noon, we have 2. Those are $195 apiece. We have Getting Started with Oracle BI Cloud Service, and then we have EBS Upgrade Street Smart, a guide to executing Oracle EBS R12.2X upgrades. Our afternoon half-day session is The Secret to Mastering Subledger Reporting and eBusiness Suite, and that is actually a really great value because that workshop is absolutely free. You will just want to be sure and register for that at the time of your conference registration. Our full-day sessions are $395. Those run from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and those are eBusiness Suite Release 12.2.6 Upgrade Workshop, Apps DBA 101, A Day in the Life of an EBS 12.2 DBA, Security Best Practices for Oracle eBusiness Suite, and Oracle Master Data Management MDM Bootcamp. Next, I'm going to hand it back to Colin so he can introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Erin. All right, everyone. Our next speaker I'd like to introduce Kaberi Nayak, Lead Oracle DBA at the Mitri Corporation and Agenda Co-Chair, to discuss how you can access Oracle's leaders and product teams at Collaborate. Kaberi?
Thank you. First of all, I want to welcome everybody for this webinar, and just a brief background about myself. I have been Collaborate Agenda Chair for last few years, including Collaborate 2017. With that, my day job is basically an apps DBA for last 22 years. I'm a user member of OAUG since 1999, and every conference I have attended, collaborated conferences, or I always learn something new. With that introduction, I'll move on to the next. Basically, this is an excellent opportunity to meet Oracle representatives at the conference. So please do come to the conference and collaborate directly with Oracle reps and directors and development managers. So there are plenty of opportunities for meeting the Oracle expert sessions, and they're by different categories. So you can, depending on what is your interest, you can either go to e-business suite information discovery, you can go to the big data, Internet of Things, driven smart manufacturing cloud applications. You can attend the Oracle e-business suite upgrades best practices. I'm not going to read all the list from there, but basically you have the option which one you want to attend, and you can basically talk directly with Oracle senior directors, development managers on these topics as it interests you. There would be a total of 27 Oracle roadmap sessions. Again, those are distributed on different topics and product lines. So you can, like Erin had mentioned, you can build your agenda, you can look it up, and make sure you put them in your agenda builder. Next slide, please. Next. Then there are going to be a lot of Oracle sessions and access available in the demo grounds. So in the demo grounds, there will be Exhibitor Showcase. So visit the Oracle booth for hands-on demos and to meet with product reps. Oracle User Experience Usability Lab will be there, so you can get involved, give Oracle your feedback, provide your thoughts about proposed designs for Oracle Cloud and e-business suite application. So again, when you register for your Collaborate, make sure you do pick these options up if you are interested specifically for Oracle User Experience Usability Lab experience. You also have the option of, getting hands-on with products at the Exhibitor Showcase on Oracle Demo Grounds. So that's another opportunity for meeting with different Oracle people who will be attending, and they could be the senior directors for that product line or development managers. There are always technical and functional people to help you have a hands-on experience with the products. So basically, everything that is needed related to the Oracle Access is on the web page at the bottom of the slide, where we see collaborateoaug.org/education/Oracle. So you can go directly to that web URL and look up all the options available for you. Next slide. I think I give it back to Colin.
All right, everyone. Introducing Molly Hobry, OAUG's Association Manager, to kick off networking events. Molly?
Thanks, Colin. Hi, everyone. Just to let you all know, there are so many ways where you can make valuable connections at Collaborate, and I'm just going to tell you about the geographic and special interest groups. Next slide, Colin. All right, so new this year, we have the OAUG GeoLand. So this is an opportunity for you all to come and visit with our geographic groups. We will have about 28 groups represented on Sunday, April 2nd. So we invite all members and non-members to go ahead and join us for that. You will get to meet people from your region and network. It's going to be a really great opportunity. We're also going to have 46 special interest group meetings. So these are our special interest groups that focus on various products throughout Oracle applications. So it's really a great value for your participation, and they are open to everyone. So if you really want to attend these sessions, all you have to do is go add them to your agenda. So you'll go to collaborate.oug.org, click on Search Education Sessions, and for SIGs, all you'll have to do is select the session type SIG meetings, and you'll be able to see all of the options available to you. And I'll turn it back over to Colin.
Thank you, Molly. Now I would like to introduce Ann Cooper. Ann Cooper, Oracle Business Process Consultant for DeKalb County, Georgia, and Marketing Chair, shares more networking highlights. Ann?
Hey, thank you, everybody. So, like Karen, I've been around the Collaborate, what we're now calling Collaborate, but part of OAUG for 27 years, and never have I missed one of these things. I think that's why they have me do the network section, because Collaborate is about networking, and a couple of things that are not on the slide that I'd like to go over. If you have seen prior pictures here, you see a lot of people wearing their lanyards, and there are buttons on them. Those are networking buttons. And the idea behind that is if you're interested in human resources, you want to wear the button that represents human resources, and then you'll find other people that have the same button, so you don't get stuck talking to a DBA who knows nothing about human resources, or vice versa. You want DBA data, you aren't stuck talking to a functional person. I also want to strongly recommend divide and conquer. You know the person from your company that you're going to come with. You don't need to spend any time with them at Collaborate except for at the parties. You should divide and conquer, hit the different sessions, meet new people. When you are not next to your best friend, you are more apt to chat with somebody else, share your business card, and when you get home, you keep up that communication. Again, Karen Brownfield and I have now known each other for 27 years, all because of this conference. So, what's going on? OAUG Community Sunday. We are going to welcome you on Sunday. I want you to fly in on Saturday night. Sunday is going to be jam-packed with the events. I don't want you to miss any of them. So GeoLand is awesome, but if you have never attended a Collaborate, I strongly recommend you set some time aside to go to the new attendee orientation. It is at the new attendee orientation that some of us seasoned veterans are going to give you an overview of the conference. We're going to show you how to use that mobile app, which is ever so important. And we're also going to give you some tips and tricks, and if nothing else, you walk away immediately with one new best friend. We have the meeting of the OAUG members. This traditionally, years ago, was a business meeting, because as an association, we do have to have one business meeting a year. But why this is important to you to attend is, one, we're going to give out awards. Two, I'm sure there will be a cocktail or two there. But most important, what you will learn is the direction that OAUG is taking over the next year. After the OAUG member meeting, we are all going to walk over to the House of Blues and go to our OAUG welcome reception. This should be a hoot. It is featuring the CSS Oracle House Band, and they call themselves the Conference Room Pilots. Honestly, I don't know who these people are, but any band that's going to call themselves the Conference Room Pilots has to be a fun group. Okay, Monday, April 3rd, we're going to start off early, get ourselves into into the sessions. Again, come with business cards, meet people, share your business cards. But at lunch, we're going to have a Women in Technology lunch. This is a networking lunch for women attending Collaborate, featuring Colonel Michelle L. Hayward. She is the commander of the 688th Cyberspace Wing of the United States Air Force. She will discuss her experiences gained during conducting defensive cyberspace operations. I do need to warn you that seats are limited. You do need to reserve your seat when you register. This is always full. This is always a phenomenal session. We also then, on Monday evening, the Exhibitor Showcase will be open for the first time. So we'll have our welcome reception in that Exhibitor Showcase. And somewhere within that reception, there will be another reception for the international attendees. Next slide, please. Tinkerbell, we need you to turn. Okay, let's talk about some more networking opportunities. On Tuesday, April 4th, we're going to have another Exhibitor Showcase Happy Hour. We want you to take time to meet these exhibitors. We're also going to have an Oracle EPM/Hyperion networking reception and a separate Primavera networking reception. So I think the theme for Tuesday evening is reception. Next slide. Oh, sorry, it's on the same slide. Wednesday, April 5th, we're going to do a Women in Technology panel discussion. I learned a lot the last time. I didn't think I would, but we put together a group of women that are in the technology industry, and they share their tips and tips. Examples of things that were shared was, how did they advance their career over the years? How do they handle motherhood and demands of work? So it's a panel discussion. However, it is an open question, open mic discussion. We're also going to have a Young Professionals cocktail meetup. Now, what's young professionals and how old do I have to be? Well, here's the deal. I'm close to 100 these days, and I'm still a young professional. So young professionals is defined for anybody who is newer within their Oracle careers. The idea is, how do you get to, let's get together, let's meet each other, and if you would, maybe go through this Oracle life together, relying on what each other for tips and tricks. I think the biggest mistake anybody can make in their career is thinking they could do everything on their own. You have to have resources. Use the resources, and even if it's not within your own company, use your resources that you meet at this conference to hit some ideas off and get their impression. And then my favorite thing is Wednesday night. It's the Bohemian Night Party. And I'll just leave that as, and need you say more. So with that, Colin, it's back to you.
Thank you, Ann. Now I'd like to introduce Karen Daniel, OAUG Director of Operations and Membership Marketing. Karen?
Hey, everybody. This is a great time to join the OAUG if you're not already a member. You will get significant savings on your Collaborate registration and education benefits all year long. So if we can flip to the next slide, Colin. OAUG members always save up to $415 per registrant. So that means when your company joins the OAUG, you and all of your coworkers who are attending Collaborate each get the discount. And it's best if you join the OAUG before you register so that you do get that discount upon your registration. Now, there are a couple of different types of membership. First, we have the corporate user member, and that is for companies that are licensed users of Oracle applications. And that is a fee of $965 per year, and that covers an unlimited number of employees. We also have an individual user option. If your company's not quite sure they want to join yet, but you still want to come to collaborate, you can join as an individual user as long as you are employed by a user type company and still get the discount on your registration. We also have the associate category of membership, and that is for consulting firms or other kinds of companies that are involved in the industry but are not licensed users. The corporate rate is just under $2,000 a year. There's also an individual associate rate for those who are self-employed independent consultants. All those details are available to you online at oaug.org/membership. If you're not sure if your company's a member or not, you can contact the membership staff at membership@oaug.org, and we'll make sure you're current before you register. And if you're coming to collaborate and your company qualifies as a user corporate member, you can also get a 6-month membership free following Collaborate. There are, of course, some restrictions on that, but we'll talk to you about that on site at the membership booth. In addition to your membership and your Collaborate discount, you also have access to the conference paper database and our Best of Collaborate online learning series once you become a member. And during the conference, as you've already heard, there are a number of events, including the meeting of the members, the orientation for members. Now, this is different than the new attendee orientation. This one's all about membership. So even if you are already a company member, you might want to come to orientation to learn more about how to make the most of your membership. And then we also have the Young Professionals Happy Hour, which Ann just talked about. And also there's a membership booth in the exhibit hall, and we hope to see you there. So Colin, if you go to the next slide. Our theme this year is Activate Your Success. During your time with us in the membership booth, you'll find out how you can build your network, energize your career, and activate your success. You'll learn how OAUG membership gives you the tools you need to connect with other users, to learn best practices and solutions, and advocate with Oracle. We're going to have some fun 3D puzzles, and we're going to build a roller coaster. It's all about activating and getting involved with your community to find solutions. And today, you can actually go visit oaug.org/success for some free samples of members-only resources. And there's a drawing you can enter to win a $25 Amazon gift card. We hope to see you there on that page and also at Collaborate. Next, we're going to have Marcy Nessing talk about the Exhibitor Showcase. Marcy?
Thanks so much, Karen. We will have over 200 exhibitors who are very ready to highlight their products and services to all attendees that Collaborate. These organizations have solution offerings for users of Oracle e-Business Suite, Cloud Applications, EPM, Hyperion, Primavera, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Oracle's databases, and many more. These are companies that can help you enhance your current system and possibly save you some time, money, and stress. By visiting the Exhibitor Showcase, you'll have the opportunity to learn all about different solutions that are available to you and your organization. Right after you've attended an education session, you can stop by the booth to receive a product demo and really learn how to bring a solution back to your office. Many times you can even engage with the individual who created or developed the software, so you know you're getting the best information possible. We know it can be a little overwhelming to walk into an exhibit hall, so we really encourage you to do a little bit of research before you arrive on site. The best way to find information about our exhibitors is through the Collaborate Agenda Builder, which is online. You'll just need to select the Exhibitors tab, and this will take you to a complete list of exhibitors at Collaborate 17. You'll be able to see a company overview, access contact information, and bookmark exhibitors that you would want to visit while you're on site. It's also really important to review this portion of the Agenda Builder because this is where you can request a meeting directly with exhibitors. We know your Collaborate agenda fills up super quickly, so be sure to use this really great tool. We want to highlight a few of the fun things that are happening in the exhibit hall. The exhibit hall opens with a welcome reception on Monday, April 3rd from 5:15 to 8 p.m. So be sure to join us. There's always lots of excitement, great knowledge sharing, giveaways, food, and beverage. We will also be hosting a happy hour in the hall on Tuesday, April 4th from 5:15 to 7 p.m. Again, this is another great opportunity for you to connect with exhibitors who you might not have been able to visit throughout the course of the day while you're attending education sessions. So be sure to stop by and say hello to these folks. For folks that have attended Collaborate in the past, we know we like to have a little bit of fun in the hall. So if you need a break, be sure to pop in for some games on Main Street, to listen to a solution spotlight session, which is just a quick session presented by one of our vendors who are trying to give you just an overview of what their product and service is, or you can even take a turn in the OAUG, the game booth. So this is what we have going on in the exhibit hall, lots of great things, so we're excited to have you. And I just want to pass it over to Allison Dixon, OAUG's Director of Event Marketing.
Thank you, Marcy. And I'm going to just share a couple of the next steps. If you've heard, obviously, a lot of reasons to participate in Collaborate 17, and I'll give you some tips on how to get a great deal. The conference, as you know, is centered at the beautiful Mandalay Bay. Next slide, please. When you reserve your hotel within our official conference hotel block, you're going to be within walking distance of all the action, and no transportation will be needed, although there is a little monorail that connects the three. And our official hotels are the Mandalay Bay, the Delano, and the Luxor. And our rates for Collaborate Week start as low as $109 per night. My best tip for you today is to go ahead and make those reservations because our lowest tier of rates expires on Tuesday, January 31st. So the URL is there on the screen. So visit our website and use that link that you will see there to select your dates and your property and go ahead and make your reservation before the rates go up next week. Also, a benefit of staying within the official conference hotel block is when you hold on to your confirmation number and enter it in your conference registration form, you will save $200 off of your conference registration. Next slide, please. We also have some really fun special offers for you. Exclusive for our Collaborate 17 participants, you can get a fantastic deal on Cirque du Soleil tickets. So they have lined up their 7 shows in Las Vegas for you. And again, this is on our website on the hotels menu. Just visit that menu, and on the drop-down you'll see this exact screen. And you can just launch straight into there to check out the different Cirque du Soleil shows and the different ticket prices for those. So when your work is done for the day, you can blow off some steam with a great show while you're in Vegas. Next, please. Also on our hotels menu, we have a transportation discount to and from the Las Vegas McCarran Airport. So you can also get a great deal and line that up in advance so you have nothing to worry about once you land. Next slide, please. Okay, there on the screen, you've got a summary of all of the programming and activities and benefits that are included with your full conference registration, and then a pricing breakdown for you. So if you are an OAUG member, if you register early, which is February 16th deadline, and if you do stay in the conference hotels and use that $200 discount I just mentioned, we can get you down to as low as $16.50 for the full week. If you're attending in a group of 4 or more from your organization, you can subtract another $250 per person. So that is a tremendous deal. All you need to do to take advantage of that discount is email us ahead of time at registration@oaug.org and let us know that you're going to want to claim a group discount. Next slide, please. If you need approval to attend, many of our participants do. You've got about 3 weeks before the early bird deadline to put together a business case, and we provide some tools on our website that we call the Justification Toolkit that will help you put that together. There's a letter there that you can customize to your leadership. You can, as you've heard, you can build your personal educational agenda. You can save and print or export that, pair it with your letter, and there's some other tips on the Justification Toolkit that you can use to explain the business value and ROI that your company will see by your participating at Collaborate this year. And you've got the URL there to go ahead and access those tools. Next, please. And now it's time for Q&A, but before that, just one more reminder that the hotel deadline, those rates will increase on February 1st, so you want to go ahead and make your reservation in the official conference hotel block by January the 31st. And the earliest, the early bird deadline with the lowest conference registration rates is February 16th. And now back to Colin for some Q&A.
Thank you, Allison. At this time, we don't have any questions, but I will leave it open for just a minute or two for questions to come in. Again, if anyone does have questions, as I mentioned earlier, please type them into the questions box on your control panel, and we will answer them as we can. Thank you. Okay, we do have a couple questions. How do I know if my region is participating in OAUG GeoLand?
Yeah, so what we will do, this is Molly. When you arrive to OAUG GeoLand, there will be several different tables, and each table will be manned by someone from a specific region. So there'll be a sign that will say what regions are available. And then we'll also be having some fun games to circulate attendees around the room and some giveaways at the end as well.
Okay, thank you. How do I get the flash drive preloaded with the conference papers?
So you can pick up your flash drive at either the meeting of the members on Sunday or at any time in the membership booth in the exhibit hall. Be sure to get those so you don't miss out.
Thank you, Erin. How do I register for the Sunday workshops?
So you'll register for those workshops as you're registering for the conference. The majority of them do have a cost, but just to remind everyone, the Sunday afternoon workshop is free, so take advantage of that.
Okay, and we have a couple more. Are the Oracle Meet the Oracle Expert sessions in the agenda tool? If so, how do I find them?
They sure are. If you search Meet the Experts or Meet the Oracle Experts, those will come back in a search result for you. And that's a keyword.
Say that one more time.
I'm just confirming that that's a keyword search.
Yeah. Is that a keyword search?
Yes, not filtered. Yes, thank you.
Okay. And then we have two more. Can I register for any of the networking events after completing registration?
The only networking event that requires registration is the Women in Technology lunch. Everything else is included in your full conference registration, and no additional steps need to be taken. With the Women in Technology lunch, the seats are limited. And last I checked on Friday, I believe we had approximately 50 seats left. And again, that is a very popular program. So that's another reason to go ahead and register early and make that selection when you do. If you've already registered, you can log back into your registration profile and make those selections.
Thank you, Allison. And when will the mobile app be available for devices?
That will launch in February, the mobile app.
Okay. And that is all the questions I have for now. If anyone does have further questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We are available. Again, this session is being recorded, and we will be posting it online within the next 24 hours on the OAUG website, so please look out for that as well if you would like to pass it along to your coworkers that might not have been able to attend today. Thank you again, everyone, for coming, and thank you again to our panelists for taking the time to speak with us today. Thank you, and have a great rest of your week.